Alright everybody, today we're talking about just some basic window GUI stuff in Python. Yeah, I believe this guy is what we want. We're going to use something called tkinter import. Get my magnifier out. Now, first off, there may be some stuff you haven't seen before, but that's okay. We don't have to understand completely how everything works at the moment, just know what each part does. So, as of now, we should have already talked about how functions work, and this is essentially going to be a function. We're actually going to create a window. So this class window, basically, whenever we run this, it makes a window for us. That's what generally a lot of this stuff is going to be. It's setting what owns what and what goes where. Some of these other items here are just simply, the name of the window. This sets up the actual item, and this shows it on the screen. So if I were to run this, we'll see right here. There's my window I made. If I make it a little bit bigger, you'll see the name of the window pops up here. If I change that, it's going to change here. There's nothing exciting about it. It's just a window. In order to do something exciting, we're going to have to add a little bit more code to this. So I'm going to hit the little X, and that's going to go away. So let's see some code that adds a button to it. I've got a couple of these guys here. Here we go. Now, from our previous code, you'll see I've still got that setup code here for the window class. All this stuff here is inside that class. Now, we have a couple extra little things that, set up the exit button. This makes me exit out of the program itself. Sets the sizes and all that stuff. And then we, of course, we still want to actually run this thing. We have the name of the window and a size of the window as well. We've added to it. We run, and there you go. We get to see the same thing. There's my title. Here is my size, and if I adjust that, then the size of the window will change. And we have this little function here called click exit button self. Self is basically what Python's calling this window here, the window itself. And then if I click on the button, it's going to run this code here. It's going to run exit. And this, of course, is the location of my little exit button that I've got. 0, 0 is in the upper left corner. And then, I guess, 320, 200 would be down here. This would just be the pixel location of where this thing's going to go. If I click on the exit, it's going to ask me, yep, the program's running, do you want to kill it? I say yes, it's going to go away. And actually, it closes the entirety of the whole idle that you saw there. Or at least the one that was running. So we have pretty much the same thing for both of these. You'll see I still have to import. I start off with this class window frame. That creates that window that I basically talked about earlier. And it's the same over here. Now we do have a couple of extra things. I'm basically saying that my little items can fill the entirety of the window if I need to. My exit button, that just sets that up. Puts the text on it. And if I were to click on it, it's going to run click exit button, which is this function here, which when click exit button runs, it exits out of my program. Now, if we add a little bit more stuff to this, let's see, we got this guy here. We're going to add a little menu at the top instead of a button. So, as you see, we still have the same setup here. Init, self, master, all that stuff. This is just setting up our window. All these items are part of the window that's going to happen. My import's still there. So I can use this graphic package. If I don't have this, then none of this stuff works. So I have a couple of little items here. Menu equals menu.self-master. Basically, I'm just setting up what buttons I'm going to need, what they're going to be labeled. If I click on that button, you see it's going to run that same exit program we saw earlier. And you'll notice that is only set up for the exit. The others actually haven't been set up to do anything. So let's just run this and we'll just kind of walk through what we see here. Oh, some of it kind of went up a little here, too high. There we go. So again, you got my window, got a name. I didn't set a size this time, but as you can see, I've got a file. If I click it, I've got a little dotted line. We got item, we got exit. If I go to edit, you've got undo, you've got redo. This edit menu equals menu. This is just setting up this edit menu here. I go over here, we got our file menu. We're setting up the file menu and all the items that are on it. These are the items that go to it, and this is basically what that's going to be called. If I call this files with an S, then that would say files with an S here. We go down here, same thing, edit. If I wanted to change the name, I could do that. If I want to add another one, I could just copy and paste these. Let's just go ahead and bump out of that. Oh, where's my, there we go, and it goes away. If I want to add some more stuff, I could just copy and paste this and make a whole another menu, add to it. So just doing a little basic GUI graphic stuff isn't anything too hard. You just have to kind of play around with it, and there's plenty of websites around that kind of walk you through how to do some of this. This is strictly just menu, buttons, that sort of thing. If you ever wanted to make an app where you could click and do things, this is somewhat of what you would do. Now the rest of the coding would work pretty much the same as it has the entire semester. You want to add in some code for when they click on buttons or when they do things, well, you make a function and you put that code in there. And now when you click on the button, it's going to run that code. It may put something on the screen, it may do any number of other things you want it to do, pop open a new window even. But all the base code that you're going to be doing is still the same that we've been learning throughout the semester. And that is essentially just a quick rundown of just some basic GUI stuff. Now, none of this is going to be on tests. This is just more, hey, check out what you can do. When you get to higher level programming classes, you'll see more of this. And it's also pretty fun to play with and try adding some stuff to. So that is just a quick rundown of GUIs.